just were, for to us a child is born. But the great, here we go. So verse 7 of chapter 9. Of the greatness of his government and peace there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne, and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. So, in this phrase, in this verse, is the word lamar bet. And marbet rather, starts with an open mem. Usually words with that starts with mem, they should be open. But this time it is a closed mem. So it's an intentional typo that has been handed down for generations. Imagine being the translators for the Old Testament, and you have to translate this typo incorrectly. I mean, correctly based on what was written, but continue this typo every single generation after generation. How many of us would want to change that typo? I would want to change that typo, but it's wrong. No, it's not wrong. It's the word of God. But it's an intentional typo handed down for generations. Usually, open mem occurs at the end of a word. So the sound of the mem is what we use as the letter M today. And for those of you who understand Hebrew, the mem is symbolic of the womb. But this word starts with a closed mem. So, in essence, he will be born through a closed womb instead of an open womb. And the virgin birth, which is alluded to in Isaiah 9. So what else starts with the letter mem, the Hebrew letter mem? The word Messiah, Mashiach, starts with mem. Also Moses, Moshe, Miriam, all starts with the Hebrew letter mem. And also in Greek, Marias, which is the Greek word for Mary. So the numeric equivalent of the word Marias, I'm sure, sorry for my pronunciation, those of you who speak Greek. So that's the Greek word for Mary, and also the language of Greek also is numerically equivalent to the way they use words, the letters for numbers instead of having their own numerical system. So the word Marias in numbers equals 352 in Greek. Not only, what else is 352? Well, the longitude of Bethlehem is 35.2 is 352. Also, the word korban, which is the word for sacrifice in Hebrew, is 352. Also, the word for lamb in Hebrew and in Greek equals 352 rather. So, that writes out its own sentence that says, born to Mary 352 and Bethlehem 352 as the sacrificial 352 lamb 352 is Jesus, is the Messiah, Jesus Christ. I've always said let's say that you've read the Bible. Let's say that you really want to become the Messiah. You really want to live out your life. Okay, what do I have to do in order to be a Messiah? What's the job description entail? The first thing you have to do is be born of a virgin. Well, too late for me. Okay, never mind. I guess I don't qualify there. That rules me out. That rules out most of history, most of the humans in history, except for one. Okay, well, what if I can get around that? What if I can talk my way out of that? What else do I have to do? Well, you have to be born in the line of David. Not just any virgin. I have to be born in the line of David. Okay, so the virgin I was born to was not in the line of David, so that rules me out. What else do I have to... And it says in the land of Bethlehem, and it says at a certain time when there's a star. So there's so many, like, God just didn't want us to think that just any virgin birth could possibly be the Messiah. If you don't believe that this virgin birth is the Messiah, then there are other clues as to, like, when he was born, where he was born, what family he was born to. There's so many prophecies around Jesus' birth. Oh, also, Mary's response. When Mary was told that she was going to have a son, even though she was a virgin, Mary did not laugh like Zechariah did. She did not laugh like Abraham did. Abraham and Sarah laughed when God told them that they were going to have a child at their ripe old age. Zechariah, I don't remember him laughing, but he asked a lot of questions. And the angel said, "Okay, I'm going to make you mute, so you're not able to ask any more questions. How dare you doubt what I told you?" One of my favorite Christmas movies is a movie called The Nativity, simply called The Nativity. It has Oscar Isaac is Joseph. And there was a scene where Zechariah learns that he's going to be the father of John the Baptist, and he's told that you are going to be mute until John is born. And the scene where he is in the house and they're talking about naming the child, and the baby is there, and he says his name. He's writing on a tablet. His name is John, and the family is like, "No, there's no John in your family tree. There's no person named John in your family." And then he finally is